A day to commemorate the end of slavery in this country.
There will be a lot of celebrations all over our area tomorrow, but there's one in Anacostia where people will march on the same path freed slaves did 173 years ago in Southeast D.C.
Yeah, our Melissa Kim walked that 11th Street Bridge with some of our neighbors as they shared some of their stories.
Hundreds of people are expected to walk across the 11th Street Bridge on Juneteenth to commemorate the 1852 Freedom March across the Anacostia River. Melanie Douglas, one of the organizers of the march, hopes that people walk away feeling more connected to their ancestors, no matter where they came from.
Come out and walk the paths that our ancestors walked. Not only the call to just look inside of Black history, how does it connect to your history? Where were your ancestors at the time that Black people were fighting for their freedom and being liberated?
Melanie Douglas and Frank Scooby Marshall feeling the spirit of ancestors who walked these same Anacostia roads more than 100 years ago.
When you walk here, you feel all the people that went into the possibility of the names we know about. And there's so many stories that are untold.
Just a feeling of curiosity. Honestly, I want to know more about what I didn't learn, throughout my childhood.
The Freedom March will span a little over a mile on Juneteenth, and kids from Southeast will share stories they've learned about Black history.
It's important to tell the story of the community so that people know their history about each other and about themselves.
They were always using music.
Just steps away from the bridge, Ronald Moten says you can't talk about Black history and culture in the district without go-go music.
They were always singing, right? Even doing whatever they were going through.
I was driving in my car one day.
The co-founder of the Go-Go Museum and the group Don't Mute DC points to the seamless relationship between music and history.
It shows you the power that music has and always has had throughout history.
But especially on Juneteenth.
And most importantly, it's used for joy.
Back out near the 11th Street Bridge, Melanie reflects.
This Juneteenth, in the face of seeing it happen again, I'm seeing our resilience, our joy, our power of community. To seeing how we respond to the moment is very fulfilling to my heart. And it gives me hope for what we have in front of us.
And there'll be a celebration of Black culture after the march with live music and art, and it's all free in celebration of Juneteenth. In Southeast D.C., Melissa Kim, WUSA 9.
Right, a lot's going on. Melissa, thank you. Juneteenth, by the way, is a relatively new federal holiday.
Yeah, so it's important to point out tomorrow not everything will be open. So here's what you need to know. U.S. post offices will be closed. UPS and FedEx will stay open. Most major banks will also close, but you still have the ATM. And most government offices and the U.S. stock market are closed.